What happens when a simple insurance clerk walks into an elite university classroom and gets challenged to solve advanced calculus in front of everyone? You won't believe what happened next. Meet Sarah Miller. At 34, she's just an administrative assistant at a small insurance firm. Simple clothes, minimal makeup, nothing that screams genius. But Sarah has a secret. She's been teaching herself advanced mathematics for years, solving problems at night that stump PhD students. When Chicago University launches a pilot program for exceptional mathematical minds without formal credentials, Sarah gets an unexpected phone call. Dr. Hayes has noticed her solutions in online competitions. "Your work was remarkable," she says. "We'd like to offer you a chance." Sarah almost says no. Who is she to sit alongside brilliant students with proper educations? Walking into Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell's advanced calculus class feels like entering another world. The legendary professor's textbook sits dog-eared on Sarah's nightstand. But now she faces the woman herself. Brilliant, demanding, and according to forums, merciless to those she deems unworthy. The designer-clad students whisper as Sarah takes her seat, with her paper notebook and sharpened pencils. "No formal education," they murmur. "Why is she even here?" One student bets $10 she'll leave crying before class ends. 20 minutes into the lecture, Sarah is completely absorbed. Dr. Blackwell's explanation of complex multivariable calculus flows beautifully, and Sarah finds herself nodding along, recognizing patterns seconds before they're revealed. "Something to add, Ms. Miller." Dr. Blackwell's voice cuts like ice. The room goes silent. Sarah realizes her nodding has been noticed. "Since you seem so comfortable with the material," Dr. Blackwell continues with a cold smile, "perhaps you'd like to show us how to solve this problem." A complex equation appears on the board. The students lean forward, expecting a train wreck. ... Sarah's hands are steady as she takes the chalk. She recognizes this equation, similar to ones from Blackwell's own textbook, the one she saved 3 weeks' salary to buy secondhand. But instead of following the standard 15-step textbook method, Sarah sees something else. An elegant shortcut she discovered during those solitary nights working by lamplight. Her chalk moves across the board with growing confidence. She's not just solving the problem, she's finding the most beautiful path through it, collapsing the solution to just 8 steps. The whispering stops. Papers cease shuffling. The entire lecture hall holds its breath as this ordinary-looking woman dismantles a complex mathematical challenge with the precision of a master. Dr. Blackwell's smugness evaporates as she examines the solution, searching desperately for any error. There are none. This approach bypasses Peterson's method entirely. Dr. Hayes whispers in amazement, "How did you see this connection?" Sarah explains her modified hyperbolic substitution technique, something she derived herself, not found in any textbook. A student who had leaned away from her earlier now makes room. The power dynamic has shifted in a way no one anticipated. But Dr. Blackwell isn't finished. With 5 minutes left in class, she presents an even more complex problem, one she's constructed specifically to be misleading, designed to expose Sarah as a fraud. Perhaps Miss Miller would like to demonstrate her technique again. It's not really a request. Sarah approaches the board as the clock ticks down. This problem is a trap. The obvious approach leads to a mathematical dead end. But Sarah sees the hidden symmetry, the embedded pattern others miss. Working against time, she transforms the seemingly impossible problem using a different coordinate system, revealing the elegant solution hidden within the deliberately obfuscated puzzle. Just as the clock hits the hour, Sarah boxes her final answer. The class erupts in stunned whispers. "That's brilliant," Dr. Hayes breathes. You recognized the embedded Jacobian transformation. Dr. Blackwell's jaw tightens. "A creative approach," she concedes through gritted teeth. Suddenly, Sarah is surrounded by students who had ignored her an hour earlier. "How did you learn to do that without formal training?" In the hallway, Dr. Hayes approaches with admiration. "What happened in there was remarkable. Your intuition for complex analysis is extraordinary." Even Dr. Blackwell, approaching with rigid posture, acknowledges the shift. "Your performance today was unexpected," she admits. When Sarah explains she derived the advanced transformation herself while working through Blackwell's textbook, the professor's eyebrows rise. "I see," Blackwell says finally. "I look forward to your continued participation." From Elizabeth Blackwell, that's practically a standing ovation. Students from the class now nod acknowledgement as Sarah passes. One stops awkwardly. "There's a study group Thursday nights. We could use someone with your insight." By the time Sarah walks through the mathematics building, word has spread. Students she's never met glance at her with interest. A professor does a double take after Hayes greets her by name. Walking out into the evening sunlight, Sarah reflects on her transformation. This morning, she was braced for dismissal, for confirmation of her doubts. Instead, she leaves with a formal scholarship recommendation and an invitation to submit her solution methods to the department's research journal. Her phone buzzes with a text from her coworker. "How'd the fancy math thing go?" Sarah smiles, trying to imagine explaining the feeling of finally being seen. "It went well. I think I might be making some changes soon." Sarah's story reminds us that genuine brilliance can emerge from unexpected places. True genius doesn't need permission to shine. Sometimes the most extraordinary minds come in the most ordinary packages, and acknowledging that truth might just change how we see the world around us. For everyone who's been told they don't belong, Sarah's quiet triumph proves that talent matters more than credentials, and passion can open doors that seemed permanently locked.